Known for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And we're off and running from Western New York. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Tackle made by Cole Bishop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And that's good for a gain of 5. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win, too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can... That length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage. Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They'll run for it. Jacobs. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
So often, one of the things you have to teach running backs at the NFL level, you don't always have to hit a home run. Especially in short yardage situations, just go get that single and move the chains.
1st and 10 from the 41. Play fake, it's Love. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And they wrap him up after a short push to the 42. Only a yard from... Now, 3rd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Love. That finds Jacobs complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, you need to make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They throw it out quick to the left. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the first.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
They just keep working it forward early. We've got 1st and 10 now from the 35. Kicks the handoff, now Love. Flushed out of the pocket. Has it at the 7. And he drives this forward to the 6. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They'll run. Jacobs. Takes it in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers down. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. And that one is going to go out of bounds. Wow, they're going to get great field position out of this. First and 10 from the 41. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
At the 41-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. He's got Khalil Shakir. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. They are going for it. Allen. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's touched as they pick up that 1st down on 4th. That big 4th down call is how we close out our 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. He's got... Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, 1st sack on the board on the 1st drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin. Because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
4 yards does get him back to even, partner, but they're left with 3rd and 10 now. From the shotgun, it's Allen. A lot of guys there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time,
They connect on the deep shot. And he's got it. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Packers double their lead to 14. Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Here's the one back on the handoff. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Allen on the play action. Buying some time right. Catch is made down the right sideline. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it, adding all the extra yardage.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
That's caught for the 1st. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time. The Packers take their 1st time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. They're down to their final 1 in this half. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Pressure coming. It's Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's now 3rd and 11.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. And it's the Bills who need to figure out this 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Chased out to his right. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Amendola able to put it through. And that'll get him back to 11.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Trust me, we really have no stake in the game up here in the booth. We don't root for anybody, but at times for great execution. And I'll speak for both of us here when I say this, Kate. You can't help but be amazed watching some of these runs. All the chaos on the field, all the massive humanity you've got to sort through to make a big play on the ground like we just watched. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They stick with Jacobs. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Headed out right. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. No Love. 2nd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Love from the gun. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down. Quick pass, right side, complete. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10 because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. He's got to drive this one 53 yards down the middle. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Allen setting up to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Coleman with the grab. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Bills first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in-cut and make the catch.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
Brings up second and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Another carry for him. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. 8 yards on that play, and they only have one now to go on third down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Complete beyond the marker. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a Bills first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got second and 6 coming up.
Now second and 6.
They give it to him again. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. Looks like no gain on second down, and that leads us to third and 6.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Bass now to kick this away. And that kick goes out of bounds. They're going to get great field position out of this. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. First and 10 from the 41. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to have it after his second interception of the season. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. from the gun. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Back to the well again. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
The pass falls incomplete, but was there a reason for it? We see a flag out there. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. Got to get out of their own way here as they're backed up, 1st and goal. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Bills parlay the interception into points. Allen looking to throw this. He's on the move. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead. Only a field goal now. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Throwing his love on 3rd. Get rid of it.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Absolutely crushed that kick, a full 70-yard punt. And the Bills will take over possession. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's... for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach.
We can freeze the defense. We gotta make a play here.
Keep pushing the rock down the field.
Shut down the...
Got the cheat code. Oh, let's go.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this third down is unsuccessful. Allen looking to throw. Gets this to Kincaid.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Fourth and 3, drive on the line. They'll go, Allen. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on fourth down as they force the turnover.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Running on first here with Jacobs. Will not be denied. Touchdown. The Packers make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Packers make it a 10-point ball game.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. From the 32. Connection made to Coleman. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
It's not just imperative that the quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it, still able to get that first down.
That's good for Bills. First down.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
On first down, Allen has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's 2nd and 5. Shakir with the grab. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down throw for Allen. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And it's no good, so they get it back within 1 score at least, but can't make it a field goal game. That deficit still 4 points. Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Reed will go in motion right. Look at this. The wideout gets it to start this drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun now for Love. Cut by Jacobs. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. 3rd and 4 coming up now. He'll look to throw it. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He rolls to his right. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Third and just 2 to go. Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. So on 4th down, they bring him out for his most important kick of this game. This will be from 52 yards. Got all of it, and this is good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Return starts at the 3. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
So after the incomplete, back to throw. Complete to Coleman. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Setting up to pass. That one's cut along the left sideline. Modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially no timeouts for him. It's 1st down. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Working from the gun, it's Allen. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Now to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
No timeouts remaining here, partners, so they can just run out this clock. The Packers to a knee, letting the clock run out on this victory.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's the visit.